comes to this right here, this is just you continuing to try to add more to something that it wasn't working in the first place, but rather than admit defeat, you keep stacking more. It's like when you lie, and you should have told the truth, but you got caught in that lie, so you lie on the lie, and then you got to lie on the lie, and like this lie has been going on long enough.
It's like trying to watch people climb over those crates.
He got it too.
Hi, I'm Brandon Roper.
And I'm Otis Roper.
And together we are still
SuperRoperBros.
Alright, today we are going to be talking about a movie that you might have seen if you're a Transformers enthusiast, but if you're not, you probably didn't. Transformers Rise of the Beast.
What's the matter, Beast?
Kind and gentle.
To fight back.
Yes, no. So, we're talking about Transformers Rise of the Beast today, starring, let's go through the list, okay? Anthony Ramos, because of course we gotta stick with the human characters that are definitely less interesting and more boring.
He played Philippe in the Alexander Hamilton.
Yeah, that's honestly, he's fantastic in that. He was in the Heights, but I didn't see it, so I can't really tell you. Lisa Koshy as RC, Pete Davidson as Mirage, of course, the legendary Peter Cullen as Optimus Prime.
Peter Cullen
is a national treasure.
Legend.
Long may he reign.
Long may he reign. You've got Ron Perlman as Optimus Primal. Ron Perlman, I'll give respect to. I love me some Ron Perlman.
Yeah, he's been around for
a
while.
Michelle Yeoh, also putting in work. You know, she's been out in the game a long time. You've got Dominique Fishback. That's not a misstatement. That's her actual name. Dominique Fishback as Eleanor Wallace. Toby Nui. I don't know how to say his last name. But he's a rapper, all right? And he's actually a really good rapper. I like him pretty well. You got the...
Try Jesus.
That guy.
Yes.
Yeah, he's in the movie. Peter Dinklage as Scourge. Crystal Fernandez as Wheeljack. I'm not going through all these because I can't.
Yeah.
You gotta, whatever. You look it up and who cares? So, here's the deal. We saw this movie a little while ago, but we kind of forgot we saw it because...
This Michael Bay thing that happened to the Transformers universe is the reason why the story a lot of times isn't compelling, it isn't grabbing, and most moviegoers don't really care about an IP that's from the 1980s and 90s now to go and see this. So it's like, who was this movie once again made for?
It's that they're not making it like what it was in the 80s and 90s, so nobody cares now. There is a structural plot to these Michael Bay movies, and I'm just going to go into it because I'm going to do it spoiler free, but you can literally cut all of the Transformers movies into this exact same formula.
Okay.
One, there's a machine on Earth that causes something.
Yes.
It does something, usually shoots a sky beam into the sky, that opens some kind of portal to Cybertron or something. Okay?
Yep.
And the Transformers and the humans spend the whole time trying to either keep this from the Decepticons or get it from the Decepticons. They play a game of back and forth until there's a final confrontation where, surprise, surprise, once again, the Decepticons get all the pieces of the machine. They then shoot the sky beam into the sky, and the Autobots stop them at the last second.
No, the humans.
Oh yeah.
Stop them.
Yeah. You know what?
At the last second.
You know what I'm really over in these movies? I'm really over. All right, you guys go over there and do this. We'll hold them off, okay? Like, you're all cars. Why are you telling me to run?
Drive.
500 yards. You're a car.
Drive. Don't you drive?
I drive.
Don't you transform and roll out?
I said you got wheels on your arms,
Ain't that what you do? Perhaps we should do it here.
Autobots.
Autobots?
Like, good grief.
That means you drive, don't you? Here's
honestly
what I'm tired of in this whole Transformers universe. And the Rise of the Beast, like, it's not fair for us to make this just of you.
Yeah,
it's kind of a lump sum.
Because of the movies, I didn't mind this one. I wasn't mad. Like, Revenge of the Fallen was terrible.
Here's why I wasn't angry, is because like I expect the same thing to happen over and over again. You're not going to change now because as long as people keep going to see these, you will continue to make them. So I'm sick and tired of human characters in my doggone Transformers movie. I don't need a human to relate to every single time. I came here for Optimus Prime. I came here for Megatron. I came here for Starscream, for Soundwave, for Shockwave, the real MVP of the Transformers universe.
You literally got none of those characters that you just mentioned except for Optimus.
That's what I came here for, but I can't get them. So now it's just like, hey kids, you want to go to the movies and see blah, blah, blah? Yeah, sure. There's lots of explosions. There's lots of slow-mo. There's lots of humans running around to do things and get things. And there's a sky beam. Yeah. Yeah.
I do want to make a couple points here because you're not wrong at all. All that is accurate and exactly what the movie was about. I will give credit to the actual human characters in this movie because I thought that Anthony Ramos was great as an actor, just acting in the movie.
Yes.
He did a solid job.
Yes.
He was really, I mean, like, he was more than capable. Like, and I hope that he gets another vehicle. No pun intended. I hope he gets another vehicle. What? It was right there. What do you want from me, okay? I just do the review.
He ain't even a dad. He be hitting me with these dad jokes.
Look, listen, okay? It is what it is. It was right there. It was on a tee, and I had to hit it. So, he did a great job. I think that in a different movie, that I want to see where that guy goes. I want to see where his career goes because I think he can really pull off some stuff. I hope he doesn't get stuck in a movie with like something terrible, but I hope that he gets, a good move. I hope he gets a good vehicle to move forward.
You've got Unicron's gonna show up and he's gonna destroy this planet. Now, who's Unicron? He's a giant transformer that was introduced in the 1986 Transformers the movie, where the very opening scene is him committing genocide and eating a planet, an entire planet worth of people. Yes, they all die, women, children, all that, in front of us as a kid. Shows up in the best iteration I've seen of him in modern time. He shows up, but he uses these acolytes to go and prime the planet for its destruction, just in case they were going to fight back. He sends out Scourge, played by Peter Dinklage, and they have to get some MacGuffin and take it some other place. The Maximals.
The Maximals are there, and they're fighting, and they defend it, and they escape into the portal before everything goes, and they end up going to Earth. And they've been on Earth for...
It's almost like it's the key to everything.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. It's exhausting. Because what is this, like the fifth? Is this the fifth of the Bay era Transformers movies?
So the Maximals show up to Earth. They don't tell the Autobots they're there. The Decepticons, nobody knows they're there.
Yeah. Don't forget, this movie takes place in the 90s.
Yeah.
Because
Bumblebee.
Because now we have to move around to make this Michael Bay universe make some kind of sense. Honestly, and here's what I want. Start over. Get rid of it. Stop it. Jettison it all.
In the trash.
Start from jump. Make the 1980s Transformers into an actual story that's coherent. Because I get it. A lot of times, being an older person, sometimes you go back and you have this nostalgia vision for what you... Like, if we could be honest, a lot of the stuff that happens in the original Transformers was nonsense. A lot of the show...
I agree.
The week-to-week, back and forth, that's kind of absurd. Same thing with G.I. Joe. But, like, if we're going to go forward and try to make this into an actual IP that makes sense for people who are, like, 40... then make it look like what it did. Make it starring the characters that it was.
Whoever was doing the plots and scripts for the War for Cybertron series.
That's a fantastic series on Netflix.
Whoever was doing that, it's kind of like the same problem that DC has with all these superhero movies that just flop after flop after flop. Whoever's making the animated movies, Give it to them.
Yeah.
Whoever was involved in Batman the Animated Series,
Man,
give it to them.
just like seriously, DC, you want to make all the money in the world.
You want to make
all
some money?
of it. You want to make all the money. Batman the Animated Series on screen. Like all the money. All the money.
Take it.
You know what? Instead of like a live action Batwoman series that nobody asked for. Nobody was craving it. Nobody was wanting it.
I'm looking for who asked for this.
Just like, can we get Batman on television again? It's like since he seriously hasn't been on television since the animated series, but before that, live action, it's Adam West. That's the last live action Batman show you've had. Other than that, they keep making every show about every peripheral character around Batman except Batman.
So when it comes to Transformers, it would be just that easy. Hey, clean it up. Let those people that actually know about the mythos of it, who actually know about that, the plot and the lore, give it to them. They will do something with it. Trust me. But what you keep doing is you keep making these special effects driven, blockbusters for.
They're not even for American audience.
It said for who? My kids wouldn't know Wheeljack from Wheelie. They wouldn't know Grimlock from Swoop. I do. And so when I see you keep naming characters or these characters not behaving, what was up with Optimus Prime in this movie?
I don't know. What is up with having 4 or so new Transformers every movie?
But you gotta have Bumblebee?
Like, Bumblebee's always there. It's Bumblebee, and you're gonna get Bumblebee, you're gonna get Optimus. But then, like, the supporting roster keeps rotating. And we don't know why. We're never given an explanation.
It's like the Wu-Tang Clan. Like,
Jeez.
the hardcore fans know who's in the group all the time.
Yeah.
But the peripheral people, they don't know. Okay, shout out to Wu-Tang. It's for the kids. So, back to the Transformers movie, like, I will say this. The special effects, once again, were great.
Yeah.
Optimus Primal, which is the only of the Beast Wars characters that I really knew, looked great as far as I knew. What powers did he possess that the other ones didn't possess? I couldn't tell you. Anybody want to give me?
I mean, and also another thing that happened in this movie. You're right though about Optimus Primal, but Optimus Prime fought the guy at the beginning and gets wrecked, gets beat up by him. Like no.
Yep.
And then at the end of the movie, they fight again, and he just owns it. Not because he did anything different. Not because he like suddenly got like hopped up on Energon or something. No, he was just like, now it's the end, and I'm gonna wreck you. And then he did.
Has a kill count. Every Autobot that he kills, he takes their insignias and has it on his body. His kill count is crazy.
Yeah.
So why the whole plot is this: Unicron's got him into Earth. Now he's gonna eat Earth.
Yeah. Humans find little artifact activated on accident. Decepticons and Autobots converge on the device. They're all trying to get it.
Are they Decepticons?
I don't even know what they are.
They're not Decepticons. They're the acolytes of Unicron. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, they show up because there ain't no Decepticons. Because why?
Because Megatron's still in the ice because we're still trying to make that Transformers the movie stuff happen. Yeah, I know. Really, like I said, this has become a convoluted mess. And as a fan, it reminds me of Star Trek. Like, I get when Star Trek 2009 came out. A lot of people hated on Star Trek 2009 because it's not our
Kelvin time.
It's not my old Star Trek. It's not the Kelvin time. I don't like this. It's like that's fine, but you have to understand. There was literally 7 seasons per Star Trek series with 7 movies almost per franchise that people would have to watch in order to catch up. At some point, you've got to start over. I get it.
Not me. I only got 3 seasons to watch. Original series all day, baby. Okay. I like the new stuff, but I'm back at home with the old stuff. When it comes to this right here, this is just you continuing to try to add more to something that it wasn't working in the first place, but rather than admit defeat, you keep stacking more. It's like when you lie, you should have told the truth, but you got caught in that lie, so you lie on the lie, and then you got to lie on the lie, and this lie has been going on long enough.
It's like trying to watch people climb over those crates.
He got it too.
Yo.
All right, He's like, almost.
My neck and my back. Oh,
Man. So yeah, it really is. They've stacked it up so high, and they keep trying to build the next movie on the next stack of nonsense, and it's the crates,
let
man.
It go. Just let it. It's okay. Let it go. So, any characters stand out to you that you would really?
Well, I already talked about Noah Davis or Diaz, not Davis.
See?
Yeah, Noah Diaz. That's the human character. I thought he did a great job. His performance. Peter Cullen is Peter Cullen. He's bringing the A game. He's not giving you no crap. I didn't hate Pete Davidson, even though he was kind of out of place. Like just having an Autobot Mirage who's just funny. It was a little weird.
Mirage is not that funny.
No.
In the show.
No.
But once again, since we're not gonna stick to any kind of canon, what difference does it make? What I think about?
Who cares what character it is if we're just gonna do whatever we want with all these characters, and they're on a rotating roster. We're just gonna do whatever we want with them. I don't even know the voice actors. Like, are any of them consistent?
Well, didn't Scourge infect? What was it? Air
Razor.
Air Razor. You know, she gets infected by some kind of cosmic rust or something like that. That takes you over.
Oh wow! That's literally
that's an episode.
That's literally the plot that brought back Optimus Prime.
Okay, so the cosmic rust it infects her, so she's gonna turn bad, and so Optimus Primal is forced, to take the life of one of his own, and it's a very sad and tragic moment. And the only thing I can think of from a villain's point of view is, do it again. Hit him with that same thing again. If it did it to her, hit him with that too. Hit them. You should infect them all with that stuff.
That becomes the problem with like when you got stuff like that in your plot. And this is another thing about script writing. Again. Yeah, if the thing is working, well, why didn't he do that again?
I'll take it under by Mr. Cowboy. Hit it again.
I mean, it just makes sense. And when you're watching a movie and when a character does something that's super effective and then they just stop doing it, it's like, well, why didn't he just keep doing that? He'd have won.
Hey, Unicron, could you send me now some more of that rust? Yeah, that worked. That worked big time. You would believe. Yeah, he killed his own one. I know, right? Yes, more. Yes, take him out a whole new door. Yes.
And also the sky beam.
There has to be come on, Marvel.
Is there just a sky beam counter
has
at this
to
point?
be a sky beam.
Like
there also has to be a character that is really good at some other kind of tech that just knows how to do stuff with alien tech because.
Yeah, that's always these are tropes at this point, like the tropes of the guy who's like, oh yeah, I saw this thing like this one time. Oh, and they also have the archaeologist lady,
there you go,
the Elena Wallace, she goes and shows up and she just starts like, she's like, oh yeah, this is like nobody's been in here for like 1,700 years, and I'm like, really? It's right below an actual city, like. Humans live there. Like, are you kidding? You know what the first thing you do when you plan a city? You make sure that there's a place where the poop can go away from where you live, which means it usually goes under. Like, nobody's found this wide open tomb. It's cavernous. Nobody, it's, whatever. We're putting more thought into this than anybody else did. And I get it. This was a franchise that was started to sell toys. I understand that this is not that serious, but if you're going to make these movies, like, you really just need to, like, start over. This stuff sucks. This Michael Bay stuff, you've tried it. You've gotten the best you can from it. And the little tie-in at the end, spoiler alert, if we can get into that. The little tie-in at the end is the G.I. Joe franchise. Now, that was ham-fisted. Hasbro's like, we're gonna start our own cinematic universe. You can already see the ashes from like the fat cat sitting in the office. We need to put it in this movie. We need to do? We need to let's clean that up. Somebody dust off the ghost of G.I. Joe. Somebody dust off G.I. Joe's actual corpse.
Now here I will say, there is an episode of Transformers where old Snake shows up to give the Decepticons ideas on how to destroy the Transformers. And at the end of the episode, he yells, so they were tied together back then. That was okay, but here's the thing. You've made too many bad decisions to now stack that lie on top of all the rest of this.
Think about this. There was a literal G.I. Joe movie that came out like 2 years ago. That the what's it called? The Storm Shadow movie or no?
Yeah,
Snake
Eyes. Yeah,
they made a Snake Eyes movie.
Yeah.
Nobody went to go see it because nobody cares, because you can't start your new franchise branch off when you got all these crates around here. Okay, these crates. Man,
Crates. You feeling good. Crate 4, you feeling good. Crate 5, yeah.
My back. Like it's literally. I mean, like we're already too high. We're too high up. Go back down. Start over. Make it look like what it looked like back in the day.
Foundation.
That's what we're asking. That's what people liked.
So, what would you give this movie on a scale of 1 to 5? Planet-destroying Transformers.
I mean, on a scale of 1 to 5 Unicrons, I would say I give it. Just because it's better than the other ones, I'll give it 2. I'll give it 2.5. It was fine. It was fine for what it was. At this point, these come off the conveyor belt like every 3 years. You know what they're gonna be. And this one was better than the third, like of the third one, the fourth one.
I forgot it.
Like the one with Mark Wahlberg.
Oh, that one.
The last one with Shia LaBeouf, where he gets another ridiculously hot girlfriend for no reason.
But he kicks that engine 35 times in like 8 seconds. That movie, that one scene by itself is why I love that whole movie. I will give this movie, honestly, just from an honest point, it's a 3-point movie for me because I didn't hate it. I'll probably never watch it again. It doesn't tie anything for me. There was nothing wrong with it except for it followed the same formula that you're always doing. It's a conveyor belt. You didn't try, and I can tell.
Yeah, it was. You guys are getting it out, and like I said, you didn't really deserve Anthony Ramos doing what he did.
But Anthony Ramos broke his foot off acting in that.
Give the man more roles to be in. He needs to be in more stuff. I think I would love to see him in some kind of drama.
Somebody figure out the key to everlasting life and give it to Peter Cullen.
Man.
James Earl Jones, Patrick Stewart. The list goes on.
That is also true.
On and on, but. Yeah. That's all I got for this one. I mean, since that's all you gave to us, that's all I got for you. Yeah. Anyway, I am Otis Roper.
And I am Brandon Roper.
And together we are still
the SuperRoperBros.
Battle sequences.
What is the deal with them rolling down hills?
Listen,
I don't understand.
The best strategy for fighting anybody is, if you are a large mechanical object, is to start on the road and then fight and roll down the hill.
They keep doing it.
And do that the entire movie. You should just do that again.
It happened at least 4 different times. Just straight into each other. And this is I will give this movie credit for one of the things that it didn't do. The last few times that I watched a Transformers movie, they had the camera zoomed in so close. Every time somebody would fight, it just looked like, it just looked like 2 junkyards trying to make out with each other. It was terrible. But at least in this one, we can kind of see what's going on.
Hand back, let me see what's going on. But you're rolling down the hill.
I'm going to tackle him. The most sophisticated tackle technique. Tackle down cliffside. Literally. Down the cliff. It just... Wow. Live this game. We're there. We're there. Terrible. Yeah, no, it's really bad, and I don't know why they keep doing it. It's really like just how about just have people fight? Choreograph a fight. Pay a fight choreographer to show up and have him in the room with the guys with the balls so that they can do like the stop motion actual fist fight.
No.
Keep rolling. It's terrible. Keep rolling. You can just cut it.